The following is a presentation of WCMP Sports, local sports.
Past the 25, to the 20, to the 15, he's gonna high step into the end zone, touchdown!
Here, wide receivers split each side.
He's still going into the end zone.
East Central Minnesota, the action starts now. To bring you the call, here's Ethan Game Day Gilman.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome inside Pine City High School for tonight's girls basketball matchup here between your Pine City Dragons and the Crosby-Ironton Rangers. I, of course, am Ethan Game Day Gilman. I'll be joining you for the entirety of this broadcast, the first basketball game of the season for these Pine City girls basketball team. I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to be out at another basketball game. I'm excited for the winter sports season to kind of officially kick off. It kind of gets off to a little bit of a slow start. It kind of comes in pretty quickly. Then it kind of slows down a little bit towards this Thanksgiving time of year. And then it really kicks back up again before Christmas. Then it kind of slows down again. And then after Christmas, man, it really kicks into high gear. And we got to get all those games in before March. And then, well, quite literally, high school March Madness happens. And, man, that is a ton of fun to be a part of. So I'm so excited to be here tonight to watch this Pine City girls basketball team take on the Crosby-Ironton Rangers. Of course, the Rangers are a top 10 team in the state in the preseason polls, and they are expected to be back at the state tournament. We're going to get more on both of these teams as we go forward, but first we're going to get a word from our fine sponsors, and we're going to hear from the Pine City Dragons head coach, Patrick Judd. I had an interview with him, so we'll hear a word from some of our fine sponsors, then that interview with Patrick Judd here.
Your local radio home for Minnesota Vikings football is WCMP.
Breaks another at the 30, and is loose!
Your favorite hometown team with your favorite players.
Caught by Jefferson!
Don't miss the hits, the action.
Touchdown, Vikings!
Catch the excitement all season long.
And he caught it!
Minnesota Vikings football is on Cool Country 100.9.
WCMP.
Are you interested in a technical degree that can quickly help you land your dream career? Or maybe you've always dreamed of going to a four-year college, but you'd like to start close to home. Either way, Pine Technical and Community College has you covered. PTCC offers more than 50 degrees in hot fields like healthcare, information technology, advanced manufacturing, and business. PTCC is now accepting applications. Financial aid may be available. Go online to pine.edu for more information. Pine Technical and Community College, connect with success.
Brad here from Lee's Pro Shop in Pine City. We're a full-service lettering shop with a full line of athletic supplies for any sport. We have professional staff here at Lee's Pro Shop to customize your orders. We are the pros who specialize in athletic apparel and equipment. We even do trophies and awards as well as computerized engraving in the store. Let Lee's Pro Shop help you with any athletic apparel. Lee's Pro Shop, servicing our communities since 1973, where the passion for sports begins.
Ethan Game Day Gilman here, and I'm now joined by the Pine City girls basketball head coach, Patrick Judd. Coach Judd, first of all, thanks so much for joining me.
Thanks for having me. Always great to be with you.
And the season here is set to begin here soon, but for you, this is your second full season as the head coach of the Pine City girls. What were some of your takeaways from year one as the head coach?
I guess first thing right off the top of my head is that it was probably the most fun I've ever had as a girls varsity coach in the 7 seasons I've been a varsity coach, either here or there. These girls were just so much fun to work with. They put in the hard work every day at practice, and we could work hard, and then we could also joke around, and it was just a great experience for me and my coaching staff. Definitely going to miss the group that we had last year. And as you know, every year it changes a little bit when you have some kids that are seniors that graduate, some that are still coming back. But, the dynamics change every year. So it's going to be a tough group to follow after the group that we had. But that was great. Thought we had a lot of successes and a lot of great memories and moments from games as well. So.
You mentioned some of the seniors that left last year, but looking at it this year, you will get some of those players back from last year's team. But as of right now, how is that roster shaping up for the team? Is it younger, older, a mix of both?
Well, it's it's hard because, I've been in this program for, this will be my 5th year, but like I said, 2nd year as a varsity coach, and I've seen a lot of these girls grow up from 7th grade and 8th grade up to now being contributors at the varsity level. So in my mind, they're still young, but at the same time, they're experienced now. We got a mix of seniors and juniors and some sophomores that are now starting to take on that varsity role. And, I feel like that, we may appear young or inexperienced to some people, but I've no doubt that we have kids that now have played a season plus of varsity basketball that know what they're doing now. So I'm pretty happy with where we're at right now, a week and a half into the season.
Yeah, and you just mentioned only a week and a half into it. Through these first week and a half of practice, you got to go to a scrimmage down there at North Branch this past weekend. What were some of your takeaways from that scrimmage?
I thought we came with very good intensity. We were physical. We talked well on both sides of the ball. The little details that these kids are taken care of on the floor are going to help them in big game situations this year. I just felt that, offensively we had some good moments. Inbound plays looked good. Defensively, I just thought we were a way more aggressive team. But at the end of the day, we still got lots of things we can get better at. So one key point that I thought was that when it came to breaking presses and pressing, we definitely could have been a little bit better consistent. I mean, we still had some good moments, but we have to be more consistent in those categories.
And as a coach, it has to be a little bit encouraging to know that you did well, but that you can still get better. And as a coach, I mean, how encouraged are you to know that you were at a good spot, but you can still improve?
Yeah, as I told the girls after the scrimmage, I don't know if it was the best one that I've been a part of, but if it wasn't, it was a close second. Just when you leave a scrimmage feeling like we are doing way better than I anticipate or the way that we were expecting going in, and just we're in a much better spot than I think we're gonna be expecting. So people at the scrimmage could definitely see that the focus and intensity was there, and so. Yeah, I couldn't be more prouder of where we're at right now going into that first game coming up.
Looking at the team, do we know yet who the captains are?
Yes. So we actually have 5 captains this year. So we have 3 seniors, Piper Metling, Rachel Brown, and Brecken Reiser. And then we have 2 juniors that are captains, Brooke Bolin and Mallory Klepper. And those 5 are there because they have put in the work, the time over the years, and especially over the last summer plus, doing the little things to get themselves better and be great vocal leaders to their teammates.
Looking at it, you guys will have a game, your first game of the season coming up on Saturday. What are some of the things that you're looking to work through this week and prepare for Saturday? Well,
obviously we're going to look at what we did over the scrimmage and make sure that we clean up some of our mistakes that we made during the scrimmage to help us get ready to go in our first game. And what's tough about the first game is, you don't really get a chance to know what the other team's going to do other than what you saw from a year ago when you played them, if you're fortunate enough to have that. So there'll be some nerves from both teams right away. But, when you go into those games, it's usually the team that comes out more aggressive and is not afraid to make mistakes are the ones that are going to probably have more success during the game. So I think that's our mentality here is this week is get ready to play as if we're midway through a season in terms of our intensity level and be more aggressive than the other team.
Looking at this team, we mentioned the team last year and how fun it was and what a good team it was, but what is something that you did have success with last year that you're hoping translates back into success again this year?
I would definitely say that just execution on our offense is going to be important to continue to have success on. But obviously, I'm more of a defensive coach anyway, so I mean I always look at how are we defensively? Are we in the right spots? Are we able to communicate and talk so that we don't get out of position? And that's one big thing that I hope translates over from last year. This year is our defensive mentality. We know that we can't win a lot of games if we are giving up 65 points a game. So we gotta make sure we tighten up our defense and also just be just valuing the basketball a lot. Last year, I think that was one thing we struggled with in games we lost. We just flat out gave the ball back to the other team either way too fast or we turned it over way too much. So games that we were successful is we took care of the ball, we played good defense, and we executed on offense, which sounds pretty easy to anybody, but that's really going to be the story of our season this year.
Looking at this season, the conference will look a little bit different this year, and that changes the schedule just a little bit. But I wanted to ask you as a coach, for you adding those 3 new teams in Aiken, Crosby, and Mora, what does that do for your schedule-wise, but also for you as a coach when you look at the schedule, trying to look at your opponents?
Well, I'll be honest, it probably makes things a little bit easier because, one, we didn't have to worry about scheduling as many non-conference teams because we're guaranteed a few more teams that we picked up. So that made that easier. And when it comes to scouting for other teams, it's, you already play them one time. You kind of already see some game film, and it's easier then to know what to expect the second time you play them. So I think it's great for our conference. We definitely needed to continue to grow our conference, not just in numbers, but in just the talent that's out there, too. I mean, we picked up a couple of really good teams out there that are going to give everybody that's currently been in the conference some struggles throughout the year. So, and it's just going to make them better as well. So I'm excited for the challenge. I know there's, if you look at the preseason, what we're looking at for teams and where they're going to be, it's going to definitely make everybody better, including us.
For you as a coach, I know it's one game at a time, but are there any games on the schedule that you're looking forward to?
Well, I mean, when you look at who we've played in the past, I mean, you always look and see when you're playing Bram and when you're playing Ogilvie and when you're playing some of those teams you've played before. But yeah, I mean, you definitely get a little bit more amped up when you're playing a team like Crosby, and you got one of the best in the state, and Tori Orlean being there. So Tori Orlean, I should say, excuse me. She's going to be a game changer whenever you face her. Non-conference wise, I mean, I look forward to section teams. I mean, we know those are games that we have to be ready to play, and if we want to have a good seed at the end of the year. So, like you said, though, we know it's one game at a time, but yeah, you can't help but look down the schedule and start circling games that you get a little more excited for than others.
Coach, that just about does it here. Is there anything else that you'd like to add?
Like I said last year, I mean, I think we're going to be a fun group to watch. It's kind of like if you're a Vikings fan, you watch Viking games, and you're like, well, win or lose, you can at least say they're entertaining. I think that's kind of going to be what we are. We're going to be pretty entertaining to watch, I feel. If you come watch us play, we're excited to display what we hope is going to be a fun, up-tempo basketball team. So looking forward to the season, looking forward to seeing some people in the stands.
Coach, thank you so much for taking time to do this interview. It's greatly appreciated, and best of luck on the season, and especially here on Saturday.
All right, appreciate it. Thanks a lot. Go Dragons.
The mushroom melt is back at A&W. How does this sound? Sautéed seasoned mushrooms and onions with melted Swiss cheese on your choice of a juicy burger or grilled chicken. Then add golden French fries and a medium soft drink. It's the mushroom melt and fries combo at A&W. Now, top it off with a classic A&W root beer float featuring vanilla soft serve and made fresh root beer, all in a frosty mug. Or how about the A&W root beer freeze? Signature combos and delicious treats always at your local A&W restaurant in Pine City.
Rock Crusher Outdoors wants you to show them your buck. Rock Crusher Outdoors presents the Big Buck Contest. Send us your picture of your buck and you'll be entered in to win a Ruger American 30-06 bolt action from Rock Crusher Outdoors. And wait, it gets better. If you're wearing Rock Crusher apparel and you win, Rock Crusher Outdoors will throw in a free scope. The Rock Crusher Outdoors Big Buck Contest brought to you by Dale's Heating Appliance, MDHA, Snake River, and Jim Jordan chapters. You have to the end of November to enter. Winner will be chosen at random. Full contest rules at WCMPradio.com under the contest tab. No purchase necessary.
The Arrowhead Ice Fishing and Winter Show, presented by Eskimo and Ion, returns December 13th through 15th.
Join us for the biggest sale of the year.
With great deals on thousands of ice fishing and winter sports products under one roof.
You can shop, compare, and save.
Special features include the thrilling Sea Lion Splash,
trout fishing in the frozen basin,
and pro fishing and cooking tips from experts in the ice box.
If there's too much to see,
come back a second day for free.
Come for the deals.
Stay for the fun.
December 13th through 15th at the Deck in Duluth.
ArrowheadIceShow.com.
Back here on WCMP 106.5 FM, AM 1350. Of course, live video at WCMPradio.com. Ethan Game Day Gilman here as we get set for this game between your Pine City Dragons and the Crosby-Ironton Rangers. The reason why this game is a little bit different is, well, one of the biggest reasons is Crosby-Ironton is now a member of the Great River Conference this year. Them, along with Aiken and Mora, are the three new members of the Great River Conference this year. They have grown this conference, and these three teams that are part of the conference, it just kind of fits. These three teams, first of all, always play all the teams in the Great River. And then not only that, they always seem to always play well against each other. So it just kind of seemed to fit, and it was a great decision, in my opinion anyways. But as we're out here getting set for this one, I'm excited. This is going to be a much different look than we've seen for Pine City. Again, some names that you will recognize from last year, and then some you may not, but that's an okay thing because we get to see some new faces, some new players, and see how they do here this evening. I'm excited to watch these players go at it. One of the names you might recognize if you've watched girls basketball at all is wearing number 30 for the Rangers. That is Tori Orlean. She has been a phenomenal player. She has verbally, this is now verbally, and she still has another year to consider, but she has verbally committed to the University of Minnesota for her basketball, or collegiate basketball career, I should say. So for the Rangers, Orlean will be back next year as well for her senior season, but she's verbally committed to the University of Minnesota. Looking at some of her career marks, I mean, it's ridiculous. Points per game, over 35 points per game. She's had a season high of 48 points. She averages, this is averages now, 15 rebounds per game, 6 assists, 4 steals, nearly 5 steals, by the way, 3 blocks, 55% field goal percentage, a free throw percentage of just over 80. That's her average, ladies and gentlemen. That is what she's averaging per game. Again, over 35 points per game. So, for Pine City, you know who they're going to feed. You know who they're going to feed early. You know who they're going to feed often. So, for Pine City, you're obviously looking out for that and paying attention to that because, I mean, they're going to dish her the ball as much as she wants, really. I mean, that's just what they're going to do. But she has had, this is in 2024, by the way. This is not her career. 3-point field goals made, that was 106. Just insane amount of talent coming from her and her team. She was also a first-team all-conference, first-team all-area, and a first-team all-state as well as helping her team to the state tournament, going through their Section 7AA and really not having any trouble until they got to Pequot Lakes. Pequot Lakes provided them with the most trouble, and Crosby was just able to get over them by 3 points, 48-45. Then they got into the state tournament, beat New London Spicer by 13, but then lost their next two. Lost to Providence Academy, went into the consolation game, and lost to Minnehaha Academy by nearly 20. So it was a tough ride there in the state tournament, but a very good season nonetheless for the Rangers. For Pine City last year, it was another fun season, 18-10. Obviously, they lost one of the better players we've ever seen here at Pine City in Carly Jusak. There we go. In Carly Jusak. She's playing at the University of South Dakota here this year, the Coyotes, but she helped them to an 8-2 record last year. I think it was Ogilvy and Bram who tied for the conference. I think it might have been Bram who actually won the conference. But they went 18-10. They won their first game against Spectrum by over 40 points and then lost in the second round to Sauk Center. Now, they did beat Sauk Center during the regular season early on in that tournament during Christmas, 62-51, but unfortunately for them, playoffs proved to be a little bit different, and Sauk Center had their number there in that one. So, unfortunately for them, they did lose that game. But for Pine City, they're back this year and ready to go. Of course, going to be a little bit different look this year for them. And of course, Piper Metling is back from that knee injury, so she's back, and we're excited to have her back as well. Looks like we are set for our national anthem and our starting lineups, so we'll take another commercial break, and when we come back, we'll be set for first tip-off here at Pine City High School. You're listening to Girls Basketball on WCMP.
Dale's Heating and Appliance, your local heating and appliance expert, is committed to making your family's comfort their top priority. And now you can add water softeners to their list of expertise. Dale's now offers water softener sales or rentals along with installation, service, and salt delivery. So if your home needs quality water, make the call to your already trusted experts at Dale's, or just visit dalesheatingandappliance.com. dalesheatingandappliance.com.
Whoa! They've got what you need at the Pine City Freeway Holiday Station Store. Right now, load up on deals like Heggy's Pizza, 2 for $16 with a new breakfast pizza available. Starbucks Frappuccinos are 2 for $7. Buy a fountain drink and get a Reese's King Size for only $2. And fill your propane tanks for $3.99 a gallon. Get ready for hunting and frying that turkey 24/7, 365. They've got what you need at the Freeway Holiday Station Store in Pine City.
Pine Insurance Agency and Grinnell Mutual are dedicated to expressing our gratitude this Thanksgiving and every day. We're thankful for your trust in us. We hope you enjoy a memorable holiday with the ones you love. Thanks for continuing to trust in tomorrow. Contact Pine Insurance Agency, your local Grinnell Mutual agent at pineagency.us for all your insurance needs. Trust in Tomorrow is a registered trademark of Grinnell Mutual Reassurance Company.
Need reliable energy? Burnett Dairy Cooperative has you covered with top quality propane services. Whether you're heating your home, running your business, or firing up the grill, our propane is safe, efficient, and always dependable. Choose Burnett Dairy Cooperative Propane, your trusted partner for all things energy. Stay warm, stay powered, stay local.
Back here on WCMP 106.5 FM, AM 1350. Your starting lineups here on Anthem Country, starting with the Crosby-Ironton Rangers. For them, it'll be senior number 1, Regan Juneman. Then it will be a junior, number 11, junior number 3, Sammy Hatchie. It's only my second game of the regular season, folks. Then another junior, number 4, Emma Silgan. Then another junior, number 24, Lucy Lewandowski, one of the more fun names to say. And then rounding them out, junior number 30, Tori Orlean. And on the other side for your Pine City Dragons, it will be junior number 2, Mallory Orline. And then number 3, who's a senior, Piper Metling. And another junior, number 4, Paige Gray. A junior, number 11, Brooke Boland. And a sophomore, number 14, Retta Ganote. That is your starting lineups here tonight for both of these squads as we get set here for this one. Obviously, paper-wise, Crosby-Ironton would look to be favored, as, again, they are one of the top 10 teams in the state in Class 2A, one of the favorites for their section once again. But I'm just excited to see how Pine City looks. Now, obviously, this is going to be Pine City's first game. For Crosby-Ironton, they did play a game already and won that game over Jordan. It was a close win, but a win nonetheless. I believe it was like there we go. It's a 62-52 win. So a 10-point win, but a win nonetheless for Crosby-Ironton to begin the season. Obviously, Pine City hoping to do just that as well. Here we go. Pine City will not be super deep this year. About 4, maybe. Got about 4 deep on the bench. Crosby-Ironton a little bit deeper. One that we don't see right now is Vivian Lottie. To be fair, she could be out on vacation, going out and seeing family for Thanksgiving, so we won't speculate as to that. But we are ready for our first for tip-off. I'm so used to volleyball. For tip-off, and the tip is won by the Dragons. Piper Melling's going to take it down herself underneath the basket. She'll look to back it out on the perimeter, and then, well, stolen away by one of the better young ladies in the state, Tori Orline, in the far side corner for Juneman. Juneman will work around the horn. Give it off on the near side here to Hatchie. Hatchie goes inside Orlean. Shot is up good, plus the and 1. They're going to get that one on Retta Ganote, her first. So Orline will get set. Here's the free throw. It is, well, it goes in off the front of the rim. So 1 of 1 on hers, and now it's going to be stolen again. Popped out of Brooke Boland's hands, and by Orline again, put up and in for 2 by Sammy Hatchie. Let's see if the Dragons can't take better care of the ball. This one's going to be tipped and knocked out of bounds by Juneman, and looking for that pass was Paige Gray trying to get it over there to Metling. And you know, one thing you notice about Crosby-Ironton They've got a lot of height. They've got a lot of height. It doesn't look like it so much on the roster. I think their tallest is, 5'11", 6 foot maybe, it looks like. But it really, the height difference is what is, I think, the biggest impact. So as that pass goes out of bounds for Pine City, they'll give it up here on the far side to Regan Juneman, and she drops it in for 3. 3 to make it 8-0. Piper Metling gets into a little bit of trouble, that's Mallory Klepper. And then Klepper will give it to Metling, and then Metling is fighting for it with one of the Rangers, but she is able to get a foul there on Orline. So, hey, get her to pile up the fouls early on and make her a non-factor would be ideal. Metling will look. She'll inbound here to Paige Gray. Now over here to Klepper, back to Metling. Metling looks, gives it off near side to Bolin. Bolin will go back top of the key to Klepper on the far side. Now Paige Gray, that shot is up and no good. It will be rebounded by Orline. We'll be saying her name a lot. Quickly up the court to Hatchie. Hatchie's left alone, and she'll drop it in for 2. That is one thing that the Rangers want to do is push the court quickly. And they'll usually just leave one down on their offensive zone and send everybody else down the court to make you catch up. And they want to make you tired early and often, and that's what they do here. Pine City will take their first timeout. They'll be left with 4 here in the game, and it is a 10-0 lead for the Rangers here early on. So again, in that interview with Coach Judd, we talked about the Saturday game against Chisago Lakes. Well, that obviously did not happen. Unfortunately, that game was canceled. So unfortunately, that game was not able to be played. But we are here tonight, Pine City, with their first look at any game action. As both teams get ready to come back out of the timeout. Over on 95.5 FM KBEK, Adam Hefty and Mac Nelson have the Bram versus Ogilvie game. That's a great conference matchup early on. Then over on 100.9 FM, we've got hockey. Andy Beckstrom and Pete Ballmer over there calling Pine City versus Moore, another rivalry matchup. There's some great games going on here tonight. As Metling has it. She'll give it inside. And then Klepper gets it back. She drives up under the net, drops it in for 2. So the Dragons get back on the board quickly out of that timeout. And now back to the Rangers. They're looking to pass to Silgan. And Silgan, that pass was well over her head from Lucy Lewandowski. And it'll be a turnover. First turnover there by the Rangers. And the Dragons will get it back. Dragons wearing their home green uniforms. The black cuff, neck, and the bottom of the short. The white letters and numbers outlined in the black as well. Logo on each side of the shorts. Passing it around, they'll go inside to that's Klepper. Now back outside to Metling. Now to Klepper again. They'll give it to Gray. To Ganote now. Metling from outside for 3. No good. Gray's going to get the rebound. Gray on the far side gives it off to Klepper. They'll try to go inside to Metling. Metling tries to lay it up there. No good. Bolin tried to get the rebound, but it's knocked out of bounds off of her hands. They'll say not Orline's, but Bolin's hands instead. Crosby wearing their white away uniforms, the maroon letters and numbers, the maroon stripe on the bottom of the short, the maroon cuff and neck. This pass is on the far side now to Lewandowski for a long 2. It's not going to be good, but Orline comes out of nowhere to get the rebound and drop it in for 2. Again, we'll be saying her name a lot tonight. 12-2 is the score. Bolin, quick pass up the court to Klepper. Klepper tries to give it back outside to Metling. It's knocked out of bounds, though, by Lewandowski of the Rangers, and the Dragons will hold on to it. Right now, it seems like Crosby's in the playbook of Pine City. Just nothing that the Dragons can do to make a clean pass, but they'll try and clean it up. Metling will inbound here to Gray. Gray gives it back to Metling. Metling to the top of the key, here to Klepper, now to Bolin. Bolin on the near side elbow, top of the key to Gray. Gray will give it over to Klepper. That pass was tipped inside from Metling to Klepper. That shot was blocked by Hatchie. And then I think we're going to get, what are we going to get here? I think a kick ball was called on the Rangers, so Pine City will get to inbound with 20 seconds on the shot clock. 15:02 to go in this first half. Bolin will look to inbound for Pine City. Looking, trying to find someone. She does. Metling on the near side for three, just off the far side of the rim. But Klepper there to get the rebound. She just wanted it more. She'll give it over to Bolin. That pass inside to Klepper was tipped. Bolin outside for three. That's going to be no good. Fight for the rebound. It was Gray trying to swat it out. And unfortunately, we'll get to Juniman, and the Rangers will go the other way. Lewandowski on the far side. Gets past one defender. Shot is up, no good. I think they might get Klepper here on the foul. Yeah, it is on Klepper. So her first, team's second. That will send Lewandowski to the line for two shots. First one's up, and good. And we'll get our first substitution here for Pine City. Checking in for the first time is number 13, Kate Unverzat. She'll check in for the first time tonight. Lewandowski's second shot. Oh my goodness, you can't get a luckier bounce than that. Is good. Make it 14-2. Bolin will give it up the court to Metling. Metling on that far side elbow, trying to drive around the defense. Tries to go inside to Unverzat, and Unverzat has it stolen away by Silgan. Quickly up the court. Oh, they'll slow things down. Orline has it now. She'll go inside. No, it's stolen away by Paige Gray. That pass was right to Gray, and stolen right back by Orline. Back and forth we go with the turnovers. Not a clean first few minutes here, as Bolin will give it out to Orline for a long three. That one was too long, and it is going to be rebounded by Kate Unverzat. She'll give it to Metling. A little bit of a three-quarter court press here by the Rangers. They back off, and now Metling will get it past that half-court line. I think she was trying to either get it to Gray or Bolin. Those were the only two players over on that far side, but her pass went well long, and she tapped her chest immediately to say, hey, my bad. So I think it did, that one just kind of slipped out of her palm there. And we'll go back to the Rangers. Orline will take it up the court. Guarded well by Klepper. Shot is up. No good off the front of the rim. And Unverzat again. I think we're going to get jump ball here. We will. And the possession arrow favors the Rangers. So it won't technically be a rebound. But, man, Klepper is not afraid of guarding Orline. Orline, you know, for a lot of players to come in, and some players might be intimidated, might be like, okay. Well, apparently the possession arrow favors the Dragons. On the scoreboard, it says Rangers, but on the court, they're saying Dragons. That's what I thought. Okay, they're gonna switch up and say it is Rangers ball. I was gonna say Pine City did win the tip, so it should be Rangers ball. But again, a lot of players would be a little bit intimidated to guard one of the best players in the state who's already committed D1. But Klepper says, nah, I'm not worried about it. Lewandowski gets the inbound from Orline and drops it in for two, make it 16-2. Pass quickly up the court here from Gray to Metling, and it's just over the head of Metling. So it'll be another turnover here for Pine City. Turnovers here in the first 4.5 minutes for both sides, really, but more so for the Dragons. Juniman will take it up the court for the Rangers to get off far side to Orline. Orline looking, wanted to go inside to Hatchie. Instead, she holds on to it, then lets Hatchie cut inside underneath the basket, finds her for two. 18-2 is the score. Bolin quickly up the court to Klepper. Klepper gives it over to Gray. Now in the near side corner for Metling for three! Piper Metling. Her first game back from knee injury, and she hits a three. Nice job for her. Quick passing inside for the Rangers from Hatchie. Trying to go inside to Juniman, but that was tipped and knocked out of bounds by the Dragon defender. Metling will catch a break, and coming in for her is number 15, senior Brecken Reiser. As the Rangers get set to inbound, they do to Orline, now to Lewandowski, going inside to Orline in the paint, gets through some traffic, shot is up, no good, rebounded there by Silgan, gives it to Orline, shot is up, and gets the roll to drop in for 2-20-5. And the Rangers playing some full court press here. Pine City, I think, just a little too lax. Unverzat will come out, and in for her goes Ganote. So with that pass being knocked away by the Rangers and going out of bounds, Pine City will hold on to it. They'll put the shot clock down to 30. Bolin will get the inbound here from Klepper. Pass over the defender there to Ganote, and then it is knocked away, stolen away by Orline. She'll take it to the basket. Shot is up and good. Again, like I mentioned before, we'll be talking about her a lot tonight. 22-5. Bolin pass in a little bit of traffic. Gets inside to Klepper, though. She drives inside. Shot is blocked by Silgan. Quickly up the court they go. Shot is up, no good. Rebounded and dropped in for 2 by Silgan. Hatchie had the original shot, and then she missed. We'll get another timeout here by Pine City. Right now, the confidence for Pine City is just a little bit lacking. Just trying to find that confidence right now. It's, again, facing one of the better teams in the state this year, and for the last few years, honestly. But just trying to find that confidence. And again, it is game one, and playing Crosby-Ironton on game one is not an easy ask. But this is the type of competition you're going to be facing in the playoffs and in state. So if you're Pine City and you're looking to get to the playoffs once again and make another deep run as they have for the last, 5, 6, 7, 8 years, these are the type of teams that you're going to have to play in. And I think more or less it's just about confidence right now. Trying to find some confidence. Looks like we did get one substitution here for the Rangers. That's number 23, a sophomore, Veronica Millsop. She checks in for the Rangers. Pine City will have it. They'll inbound. It's Klepper who will get it in here to Gray. Gray starts on the near side, and too much taken off that one. Stolen away, dropped in for 2 by Orline. Bolin will start with it again. Looking to get over the center line. She does to Klepper. Going to Bolin, who cuts inside. Shot just a little too strong. Juneman there for the rebound. Quickly up the court here to Hatchie. Hatchie will left alone for 2. Klepper on her way up, trying to ask Coach for a little bit of direction as to what he wants her to do. And then the pass there from Bolin to one of her teammates, nearly stolen, but it's knocked out of bounds by the Rangers. The Dragons will hold on to it. Inbounded here by Ganote to Metling. Metling waiting for the offense to set up. It's 28-5. Pine City trails. Metling looking. Ganote has it, guarded well, gets it off to Reiser. Reiser pass to Metling. Metling gives it back to Klepper. Now to Metling. Metling for 3. That's good! Piper Metling, her second 3 of the evening. Makes it 28-8. And again, gotta feel good for her. Hatchie tries to give it up underneath. That ball gonna roll, but somehow taken back by Millsop. Now inside to Lewandowski, outside Orline for 3. And that's no good, but luckily her teammate there, Lewandowski, there for the rebound. Her shot is up, no good. Klepper's there for the rebound. Klepper will take it herself. Bolin up underneath the basket, tried to give it back to Metling, but just too hard of an angle for her to try and get that one back. I like the idea there by Bolin, but again, that angle is just a little too tough. Reiser out, in for her is Gray. Here come the Rangers once again. Juneman trying to cut inside on Gray. Gets through a double team, then lost that ball. They're going to say it's Rangers' ball. They're going to say that was not last touch by the Ranger player. Too bad we don't have replay. Oh, wait, we do. We'll get a look at that replay when we can. Orline, inbound to her, is stolen away by Piper Metling. Metling going to take it herself underneath the basket. Was it knocked away? I don't know if that wasn't so much knocked away as it much slipped out of the hand of Metling, but we got cheers as if it was, so we'll call it a block there. We'll give Lewandowski the credit. Bolin will get set to inbound now. Bolin looking, she'll give it to Klepper on that far side. 3 is no good. Orline is there for the rebound. She'll try to go inside to Lewandowski. It was blocked by Klepper, then does get it inside. Oh, that's a travel and a half by Lewandowski. I think she was going to make a move on Metling, and she tripped on her way through and wound up skipping a few times. So the Dragons will get it back on the turnover. Paige Gray has that one. Oh, man, that was close to a foul, but no foul. That one is taken, and Orline will put it up and in for 2. Again, full court press here by the Rangers. They'll get it past that. Bolin to Klepper. Klepper to Metling, near side corner 3. Good! Metling with 9 of the Dragons' 11 points. Quickly up the court, Hatchie with it. She'll give it back to Juneman. Juneman fakes the shot, gets past Gray. Shot, no good. Orline can't come up with the rebound. Instead, it's going to be Hatchie, and I think they're going to say Orline was on the line. Yeah, she was. She did not reestablish herself inbounds before that pass got to her. That is a clear turnover. 30-11, Pine City trails. Again, you have to reestablish yourself fully back in on the court before you get the ball, and she did not. Metling will take it up the court now. Over to Klepper. Klepper shot no good, and it'll be rebound here by Juneman. Juneman takes it. She stops on this near side elbow, gives it over to Millsop. Millsop, she'll go for a long 2. No good, rings out. Orline there for the rebound. Can't get it to drop for 2, and that's rebounded by Boland. Boland with her first rebound of the evening. Boland will take it almost the distance, gives it off. No look pass to Ganote, gives it back to Boland, trying to go inside to Gray. That pass is going to be tipped and stolen away by Juneman. Juneman will give it off here on the near side to Orline. Orline gives it off far side to Hatchie. Hatchie now to Lewandowski for 3. No good. And Boland, yeah, that's going to be a foul. Boland will get the rebound and a foul call. On the Rangers, that is going to be on, I believe, Millsop. Yes. So Millsop, the guilty Ranger, her first, team second. Both teams with 2 fouls. Gray out. In for her is Kate Unverzant. Boland will inbound. She does, on the far side to Ganote. Ganote gives it back to Boland. Now over to Klepper. Klepper on the near side. Waiting, just trying to let the offensive play set up. She's double teamed in that far side corner. Tried to pass it to Reiser. It's going to be stolen away once again by Orline. She gives it over. Pass inside to Juneman, up and in for 2. Klepper to Boland. Boland on that far side, trying to get around the defender. Stop. Gets around one defender. Boland is so quick. That pass again tipped, stolen away by Orline. She'll take it to the basket, drops it in for 2. 34-11. Pine City trails. Ganote gives it over to Boland. Boland on the near side, holding onto that ball and gives it back to Klepper. Klepper over to Ganote. Ganote pausing, waiting. Inside Boland. Ooh, Rangers got away with a shove there. Boland inside, gives it to Ganote. Shot over everybody is no good. And rebounded there by Orline. Up the court again quickly to Juneman on the far side. Nobody there. It's good for 3. Pine City just didn't get back in time. No one was there. And it's a 3, 37-11. 7:45 to go here in the first half. Boland passes to Klepper. Klepper on the near side. Oh, my goodness. Miscommunication as they went to Ganote. She wasn't ready, as now Metling and Gray will check in for Klepper and Boland, it looks like. Boland will catch a break. 37-11. So, again, that pass was knocked out of bounds by the Rangers, and Pine City will hold on to it. Metling has it. On the inbound, gives it to Paige Gray. Gray back to Metling. Metling back to Unverzant. Now over to Reiser. Reiser to Gray. Gray to Metling. Metling on the near side. Gets by 1. Picks up a dribble to Reiser. Reiser back to Metling. Metling with 8 seconds to shoot. Into the far side corner. Nearly had that one stolen away. Instead, she dribbled it on the sideline, and that will be out of bounds. It will be a turnover. Ball goes back to the Rangers, who lead 37-11. Inbound here to Orline. She'll take it from the top. No good on the 3. That shot is going to be somehow rebounded there by Millsop. Shouldn't have been, but just good positioning by her. Then the shot is no good by the Rangers. Orline gets the rebound, no good. Another rebound there by Millsop, no good, and we'll get a foul on the Dragons. I don't know how many times you got to... I think we're going to see a foul on Unverzant. We will. So her first, team's third. Man, oh man, that's got to be frustrating for the Dragons. They had way too many chances at a rebound there that they let slide, and that is one of the things for Pine City that you will definitely be looking to get better going forward. And the first one is up and good. Second one as well. So 2 for 2 there for Millsop, and it is 39-11. Dragons trail. Klepper has it. She gives it off to Ganote. Ooh, no one was there, but she was not ready for the shot, and that pass inside to Gray is stolen away. And the three is good by Juneman. It was stolen away by number 25, Riley Bartos. Bartles, excuse me. Either way, Pine City has it back. 42-11 they trail. Metling, elbow three, just off the mark. Rebounded there by Millsop. Quickly up the court, they'll go to Juneman. Juneman gets around one defender. They'll give it to Orline. That is well off the mark, and it'll be a turnover. So here come the Dragons. It's Klepper with it. Stops on a dime. Gives to Gray now on the far side to Metling. Metling setting the play. Bounce pass to Gray. Inside Klepper. Wanted to go back to Gray. Tried to get it over to Boland, and Orline with the steal. Orline drops it in for two. Well, she's going to have a double-double, not in rebounds and points, but in steals and points. She could wind up with a triple-double here tonight. Klepper will take it to the line. Shoot for three. It's no good. Rebounded by Juneman. Quickly up the court. Trying to get by Gray. She does. Drops it in for two. She just got that one step past Gray, and unfortunately, anytime you get a offender who gets that one step by you, more times than not, they are gone. Beautiful passing here, but somehow, some way, again, it's Orline. Gets the steal, and that should be a charge. It will be. Yeah, so Orline will be the guilty Ranger on that one, getting her second foul and the team's third. A couple subs here for the Rangers. They'll sub a few in and out, but Ganote will inbound here to Gray. Gray will give it to Ganote. Ganote will give it to Boland. Boland, far side to Metling. Metling, they're going to say touch the baseline. Wanted to pass inside to Boland, had a good setup for it, but they're going to say she stepped on the baseline, and it'll be a turnover. 46-11, Dragons trail. Orline will take it up the court for the Rangers. Orline calling out a play, gives it off near side here to Bartles. Bartles goes back inside to Orline, somehow gets it to drop. She needs one more steal for a double-double in points and steals. She needs, what, three, four more rebounds for a triple-double. Pass is stolen away by Juneman. Dropped it in for two, plus the and one. This foul will go on Piper Metling, her first team's fourth. And now Juneman will go to line for the possible three-point play. It Unrazat checks out, and for her is Mallory Klepper. It's 50-11. Juneman with the shot, it's good. So her free throw is good, and that makes it 51-11. Boland brings it forward. She's looking, gives off near side to Metling. Metling over to Gray. Gray on the far side to Boland. Boland looking, searching, and now giving it to Klepper. Klepper back to Ganote. Now Ganote on that far side. Looking to get around one defender. Gives it back to Metling on that far side. They're bunched up inside to Klepper. Klepper with that hook shot. No good. Beautiful looking hook shot. And it's rebounded by Lewandowski. Lewandowski lost it for a moment. Then Orline helped her keep it in. And then the pass deep down the court here to Bartles is just over her head. And it will go back to the Dragons. 51-11 again is the score. Inbound to Klepper. Back to Boland. 4 minutes left to go in the first half. Boland. Lob pass over to Gray on that far side. Inside Boland. Boland just outside the paint. Gives it to Klepper. Klepper lost it. Stolen away by Juneman. Shot is up good. 53-11. Inbound here to Metling. Metling gives far side Boland. Boland cutting inside is Klepper, and oh! They're going to say that ball is the Rangers. There's no way. There is no way that that was last touch by Pine City. Now, we'll go back. Either way, it's going to be stolen away now by Metling. She says, give me that ball. It's rightfully ours anyways. from the free throw line. No good. Boland's there for the rebound. Definite foul on Orline. And now Orline's going to have her third. So Orline's third, team's fourth. And Boland to the line to shoot 2. First shot from Boland is good on her free throw. 53-12. And no good on the second one. Rebounded there by Silgan. Quickly up the court, Orline. And what's the call here? Now they're going to get a foul here on Boland. Her first, team's fifth, I believe, and it will not be a shooting foul. It was on the court, so Crosby will get set to inbound. Lewandowski searching, looking, tried to go to Orline, guarded well by Klepper. Shot is no good, and Klepper gets the rebound. Klepper has showed absolutely no fear here. Fake pass, look to shoot, and then she's fouled, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2. Great job there by Mallory Klepper drawing the foul. That's on Juneman, her first, and team's fifth. So, excuse me, now Mallory Klepper will be at the line to shoot 2. Klepper's first one is good. Subbing in now for the Rangers is number 11, Haley Doucette. Mallory Klepper. Oh, Orline stepped early. Yep, there it is. They called her for it. Yeah, Orline got a little bit of an early start there, so they got to redo it. It's only her second game of the season as well. They're all ironing everything out. Not picking on her, just calling what I see. Klepper, because of that, she'll make her second. Well, hey, she got a gift. And this pass going to be stolen away by Piper Metling. She is sick of how this game is going. She drives inside, gets fouled, and will go to the line to shoot 2. Piper Metling making some plays here. That was 24? Yes. Lewandowski, her first, team's 6th. And Metling's at the line now to shoot 2. Oh, took a little too much off that one. No good off the front of the rim. And she knows it. But that's why she'll come back, and she'll make this one. I believe it. I know it. Told you. So 1 for 2 on that trip to the free throw line. Makes it 53-15. Oh, Juneman left alone, but great recovery by Ganote to get over there. Juneman gets by 1. Boland is there instead. Now to Lewandowski outside. Lewandowski trying to get by Metling. Gives it over to Juneman for 3. That's good. I mean, that was just beautifully set up by both of them. 56-15. Boland calling it out. Wanted to go to Ganote. She's guarded well. Now will go to Ganote on the no-look pass. Pulling a little bit of a Patrick Mahomes. Boland to Klepper. Back outside Boland. Shot is no good. Klepper, there's something. Oh, it touched the shot clock, so that is out of bounds. Meanwhile, we do have a senior in. That is Rachel Brown. Rachel Brown checks into the game. But it is Ranger ball. They'll give it to Juneman at the top of the key. Juneman not going to get around Boland. Boland with some sticky defense. Now back out to Lewandowski. To Orline. Orline for 3, guarded by Klepper. That's good. That's just a simply good shot by Orline. Again, we'll be talking about her all throughout tonight. Klepper has it, gives it to Boland. Boland, right past that Dragon logo, gives it over to Metling on the near side. Metling drifts over. That far side. Pass she wanted was guarded well, then gives it to Klepper. And Klepper, that was not the right pass there as Juneman got the steal. She'll drop it in for 2. And unfortunately there for Klepper, that pass was extremely dangerous, and Rangers made her pay for it. Metling has it, nobody there, and she'll just take the shot from the free throw line. It's no good, rebounded by Orline. Quickly up the court, Juneman. She'll give it now to Silgan to Orline for 3, and Orline, yeah, you can't keep her down long. it was only a matter of time before she started to get hot. Boland gives it near side to Brown, and that just slips through her hands. It will be another turnover back to the Rangers. Paige Gray will check in for Klepper. Klepper will get a rest. You can sense some frustration here by Pine City, but you've got to understand you're playing against one of the top, I've said top 10, but I'd say even top 5 teams in the state in Crosby-Ironton, and one of the best players in the state in Orline, and heck, Juneman making the case for her, as her shot, by the way, is no good. Brooke Boland will get the rebound, but yeah, it's you're playing against one of the better teams for your first game of the season. Nothing's going to be easy here tonight. Metling shot, no good. Good-looking shot, though. But Silgan is there for the rebound. Orline will have it. She'll take it up the court. 40 seconds to go here in the first half. Orline top of the key. 3 is good. Like I said, it was only a matter of time before she started to get hot, and she does. Shot clock is off as we have 30 seconds to go. Metling has it. Now, we'll see what the Dragons do. Will they give the Rangers another opportunity to shoot, or will they try and drain the rest of this clock? That was something that I will be interested to see. So far, it looks like they'll try and drain most of the clock. They give it over to Gray, to Boland. Boland from that far side in to Rachel Brown. Rachel Brown has it. Gets out of a little bit of traffic. Gives it over to Ganote. To Metling. Metling had her shot blocked by Juneman. And then for Lewandowski. Oh. I think we're going to get a tech here on Lewandowski. I mean, you can't call it on Metling. Metling lingered a little bit in the lap of Lewandowski, but I think Lewandowski shoved her. Yep. Oh. They're going to call double techs? I don't know about that. I mean, yes, Metling lingered there, but Lewandowski definitely was the aggressor in that one. Again, Metling definitely lingered after the shot in the lap of Lewandowski, but from what I saw, Lewandowski started the shoving. Either way, it is a double tech. So so they're going to make them come back out for a inbound is what they're going to do. They put a second back up on the clock. They're going to make them, oh my, this is weird. They're going to make them come back out with a second left for really what is just going to turn out to be an inbound. There's not much that can happen with 1 second left. I mean, I'll probably be eating crow once this is done, but yep, there's the inbound, and Boland will get a shot off, but it will not be good. Oh yeah, it was strange. But either way, that'll be halftime. Yeah, I don't know. That was weird. Well, either way, the Dragons trail here at halftime, 67-16. Now again, they're facing one of the top 5 teams in the state. So I know you. I encourage you to stay tuned. I encourage you because I think for Pine City, what we've seen there in this last part of the first half, they started to gain some confidence. And you could tell that with the defensive play, with the offense and how aggressive they were being in the passes and how quickly they were getting those passes off. So if I'm you, I would stay tuned here after this half because I think Pine City will come out with a lot more fire and look a lot better here in the second half because they really started to look good there at the end of the first. It is halftime, 67-16, Dragons trail. The Crosby-Ironton Rangers will be back after word from our fine sponsors here on 106.5 FM, AM 30.
Embrace Orthodontics offers a unique specialized approach to orthodontic treatment with custom braces or Invisalign. The team at Embrace loves getting to know their patients personally and takes the time to make sure all your questions are answered. Their board-certified orthodontists use only the latest in modern technology to give you the best outcome possible. They work with your insurance company and offer flexible financing options to fit your budget. Call today to set up your free exam and see how Embrace Orthodontics can transform your smile. More online at embracemn.com. That's embracemn.com.
A Lennox air source heat pump is a high-efficiency air conditioning unit that can also heat your home or business during the spring and fall. It's more economical than heating with propane. Have Dale's Heating and Appliance install your Lennox air source heat pump. Ask Dale's how you can receive up to $1,000 in rebates for your air source heat pump system. And ductless mini splits also qualify for up to $1,000. Visit dalesheatingandappliance.com. Conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Arrowhead Transit, your community, your ride. Arrowhead Transit is proud to support this station and bring you reliable public transportation in your community. Whether you need to get to work, school, or the doctor's office, our friendly drivers and comfortable buses are here to serve you. We're committed to connecting communities and making transportation accessible for everyone. Arrowhead Transit is your community partner in getting around. Arrowhead Transit is a supporting sponsor of the station and is dedicated to supporting our local communities.
106.5 FM, 1350 AM is your home for Packers football.
It will be Green Bay football. Crowd was roaring.
Get all the action every game.
There he goes. 40, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. He leaped into the end zone. Touchdown.
The hits, the touchdowns, the Lambeau leaps. Live Packers action every game.
There is your dagger.
Catch every game locally. 106.5 FM or 1350 AM. WCMP.
At Burnett Dairy Cooperative, we're more than just your local dairy. We're also a trusted propane provider, serving homes, farms, and businesses across northwestern Wisconsin and east central Minnesota. Whether you need a tank installed or reliable delivery, we're here for you 365 days a year with flexible options that fit your needs. As a farmer-owned cooperative, we're committed to supporting our community because your home and farm deserve the best. Call 715-689-1032 to learn more. Burnett Dairy Propane, serving you with pride every day of the year.
Hey there, sports fans. Brad here from Lee's Pro Shop in Pine City, and we have a Lee's Crazy Sale going on. It's time to gear up for hockey, basketball, wrestling, or volleyball equipment, as it is all 20% off. That's right, 20% off all your favorite hockey, basketball, wrestling, and volleyball equipment. Whether you're a beginner or a pro, Lee's Pro Shop has everything you need to take your game to the next level. So don't wait. Stop by Lee's Pro Shop today. Save big on your favorite sports equipment. Hurry in for Lee's Crazy Sale. Lee's Pro Shop, where the passion for sports begins.
Back here on WCMP 106.5 FM AM 1350, the Dragons trail here to Crosby-Ironton at the half, 67-16. Over there in Bram, yeah, it's a close one like I kind of thought it would be. Bram is leading, though, at half over Ogilvie, 31-29. That is going to be a great matchup this season. They'll play once more, and that I would guess, if I were a betting man, I would say that would probably be for the conference crown. Those two are the conference favorites here this year, as is, well, Crosby-Ironton. You can't count Crosby out because they are the new team. They are one of the top teams in the state, but crazy things happen, and crazy losses and wins can happen. So between Crosby, Bram, and Ogilvie, those are the top three favorites for the conference this year. Obviously added Crosby to the conference this year along with Aiken and Mora to the Great River Conference. But speaking of the Crosby-Ironton Rangers against Pine City, looking at some stats here from the first half, starting with the Rangers. They were led in scoring by, no surprise, Tori Orline with 28, then Regan Juneman with 23, 8 from Sammy Hatchie, and then 4 from Lucy Lewandowski, 2 from Veronica Millsop and Emma Silgan. Rebound leaders were Orline with 7, 4 for both Silgan and Juneman. They had 16 steals in that first half. Yes, 16 of them. I think 10 of them came from, 9 or 10 of them came from Orline. They had 4 blocks as well as 6 for 6 perfect from the free throw line and 7 fouls. And on the other side for the Pine City Dragons, leading the way was Piper Melling, 10 points in that first half. And Mallory Klepper with 4 and 1 for Brooke Boland. 4 rebounds for both Klepper and Boland. 3 steals, though, for Metling to lead the team. They had 4 total. They were 4 of 6 from the free throw line with 6 team fouls, but both Metling and Lucy Lewandowski each got a tech there right at the end of the first half. And I mean, as the buzzer went. Metling, after the shot, she tried to attempt to block of Lewandowski. She kind of lingered in the lap of Lewandowski a little bit. Lewandowski didn't like that, started shoving Metling, and Metling was not a fan, so she tried to, hold her hand off, and And obviously, techs were called. Now, and you could argue that Lewandowski was the aggressor in that, but it is what it is. We're not gonna linger on that too long, just because it is what it is. And we're moving on. So, but again, if you're the Dragons now, obviously you probably won't see much of Orline here in the second half, but she did get 3 fouls in that first half. So, again, probably not going to see much of her, but you did get her to foul 3 times, so get her twice more, and well, she's done for the night. So if you're Pine City, depending on how long she plays, try and be the aggressor. Try and get her to follow you twice more, and then for sure you won't have to see her. But I'm guessing we probably won't see her as much in this second half, as they do lead 51 by 51. That is, the Rangers do. For Pine City, as I mentioned before, they seem to get better as the half went along. The confidence seemed to start to inflate, and they started to play offense a little bit more at their tempo. The passes seemed to be a little bit more clean. The shots seemed to get off a little bit quicker. The open lanes started to really open up, and their defense started to, their defense did really well. It's just Crosby-Ironton early on, they just wanted to move the court quickly. So overall, it was an okay half for Pine City. Obviously, they'll be looking to clean things up here in the second half on all sides of the ball, but for Pine City, got to be encouraged because they did show improvement as the half went along. So if I'm Pine City, I'm saying, hey, it looked good. Here's one of the replays that we talked about. Did it capture it in time is the question, and I don't know if it did. But we'll look. This is one of the ones where it said it went off of a Pine City player. Yeah, I think it was this one, where they say it was out of bounds. You can't really tell there, so we'll cut them some slack. Let's see if we can't find the first replay. And here's the first replay of the evening. See if we can't fast forward a little bit. It's the... Not real sure why I captured that one. Well, I'm off my game all around, but you know what? It's okay because it's only my second broadcast of basketball of the year. And we can only get better, folks. And so can the Pine City Dragons here in the second half. And what I want to see from the Dragons here in the second half, I just want to see them continue to keep that confidence. One of the things that is so key in any sport is playing with confidence. I want to see them carry that late first half confidence into the second half and just play with that throughout the rest of the game. Obviously, it's a little bit lopsided, but for Pine City, I think you just got to come out with confidence that, hey, we're the better team. Just kind of preach that to yourself and say, hey, we are the better team. We're going to play like it. We're going to act like it, and just continue to fight throughout until the end. And that may seem like something simple. That may seem like not something that is like, okay, well, it seems overly simple. Why? Well, again, that goes into the next games that you play. You play like that. You finish the game off like that. Then you go into the next game. And that confidence and everything else, you just feed off of that going forward. So I think for Pine City, if you can continue to do that here from this game into the next, you'll be in good shape. Because, again, finishing this game strong, I think, is important. And just defensively, Crosby-Ironton with their starters in there anyways, they're going to get their shots. Don't let that get you too down and out. Just remember that, Crosby-Ironton is going to get their shots. But defensively, just continue to play like you have. Offensively, hopefully they can open up the shooting a little bit more. Hopefully they can get their offensive scoring up a little bit more. Those shots can fall a little bit more on a higher percentage. And again, the younger players will probably get in as well, so we'll see a little bit of the depth come into play. Again, Vivi Lottie on the roster here for Pine City, but not in there tonight. And she could be more than likely on vacation with family for Thanksgiving. So, but if you're Josh Miron, I shouldn't be even saying that word because I can't say it properly. Apparently, I don't say Thanksgiving right. All in good fun. So the possession arrow looks to favor the Rangers here. Well, I think that would technically be the Dragons because it's pointing. We'll see. I'm not going to speculate. We'll wait and see. So it will be Rangers ball. Okay. So the Rangers will have the ball to start the second half. Rangers will go right to left on your radio dial. Dragons will go left to right. As getting set to inbound, they do here to Juneman from Hatchie. He'll give it over to Orline. Orline pauses on the near side elbow. Gives it to Lewandowski. Lewandowski gives it over there to Hatchie. Hatchie gives it off to Orline. Orline on the near side, letting things set up. Gives it in to Silgan. Silgan shot, no good. Klepper can't cleanly get the rebound. It's Orline. Orline hook shot, no good. This time it is Klepper. So Klepper with her 5th rebound. Klepper guarded well there. She gets it to Gray. Gray. Oh, I don't know if that was, if she meant to do that, but she then tipped it on a ricochet to Metling, and her shot no good. Rebounded, I believe that was Orline again. Shot here from Lewandowski on the far side for 3, no good. Metling with the rebound, though. That's her first, according to my stats. I could be wrong, though. Paige Gray will get it, and how is that not kick ball? Should have been. Either way, it finds its way through defenders. Gets to Bolin. Bolin tried to pass to Gray. It wasn't a cleanest pass, but she does get it to Gray. Good note now. We'll look for Klepper. Klepper on the far side. She pulls it down, wanted to drive inside, instead gets it back out to Bolin. Bolin had that tipped by Orline. She'll get it back over to Klepper on the far side. Klepper waiting for the offense to get set. Gives it to Ganote. Ganote on the near side, trying to drive inside. Back out to Bolin, and it's stolen away by Orline. Double-double now with points and steals. Behind the back pass. Oh, and then her teammate just kind of leisurely went after it. Her teammate Hatchie probably should have been a little bit more aggressive getting after that, but... Oh, and well, I guess there's good reason, because apparently it was off of Pine City. Am I the only one that thought it was off of Crosby? Must have been. Well, they're going to come together and talk about it now. Yeah, I had kind of thought that was off of Crosby. But I think they're going to do something with the shot clock here. Looks like they'll say to reset it. $67. Well, we've got a score change on here as well. It's not 67-16 anymore. It's 67-15. Shot is up by Orline after she gets the inbound, so it's up and in for 2. Not sure why they changed it. 69-15 now. Yeah, we took a point off. Unless they said one of the shots was a 2 instead of a 3 maybe for Pine City. I don't know. Either way, Bolin with the fake pass to Ganote, gives it to Klepper. That is Metling who will step back, and Metling for 3 again. 13 points for Metling. 13. And Gray will get called for the foul here. Paige Gray, her first, team's first of the second half. No, not a shooting foul, so inbound here for Hatchie. She gives it off to Juneman, and going to get a foul call here, I guess, on Pine City. They're going to get that on Boland. Team's second. And Juneman at the line for a possible 3-point play. It's good. So it makes it a 3-point play. Klepper will start with it up the court. Past that half-court line now looking. She wanted to give it to Gray. Instead backs around, gives it to Metling. Metling on the near side to Gray. Now to Klepper. Klepper top the key, gives it over to Ganote. Retta Ganote looking. She wanted to go to Metling. Instead goes back to Gray. Paige Gray with it. Gives it near side here to Bolin. Bolin wanted to go inside to Ganote. Paige Gray instead will take a 3 from the top of the key. It's no good. Lewandowski there for the rebound. She'll bring it up the court now. She finds a lane, gives it back outside here to Hatchie for 3. It's off the mark, and Orline with the rebound. Orline with a triple-double now, as that shot is up and no good. Rebounded there by Lewandowski, and I believe Lewandowski was fouled. She was. They're going to get Retta Ganote for the foul. Her second, team's third now. And Lewandowski at the line to shoot 2. Shot no good there from Lewandowski. That ends the perfect night from the free throw line for the Rangers. Metling will catch a break, and in for her is Kate Unverzant. Lewandowski's second one is good. So Lewandowski 1 for 2 there. Oh. And we'll get a timeout called here by the Rangers. Or excuse me, by Pine City. I'm all over the place tonight. I'm unbelievable. I apologize. I will get better. Timeout here by Pine City. We'll keep it here as it will only be a 30-second timeout. 73-18 is the score. Rangers with the lead over Pine City. I think here for Judd, it's just a matter of talking about, hey, we got to play with that intensity. We cannot let up. Yes, we're down by a chunk, but you can't just let up. You might be looking at it at the score and saying, okay, well, game's over. But you can't look at it like that. You have to still play with enthusiasm and with that heart and finish the game. And not that the Dragons aren't. I just think that's what head coach Judd might be saying at this point, is say, hey, we can't let off the gas. Yes, they are good. Yes, they are a really good team. Yes, they're beating us right now. But we can't let off the gas. We still got to play hard and play our game, and we can't hang our heads. So back out of the timeout. Gray will get the inbound. She'll look left, try to go left, but easy steal there for Lewandowski. Shot is up and good. Ganote up the court on the near side. Lost the dribble, and she gets it back, though. Trying to go inside. Cutting inside is Klepper. Shot was blocked, and Lewandowski will get the rebound. Not sure who blocked it. Wide open shot for Juneman. That's up and in. 77-18. Probably should be 90, but again, we had a score change from 67-16 at half to 67-15, and not sure where they decided that point took, or where they took that point away from. Paige Gray with it. She'll give it back to Ganote. Reddy Ganote looking, wanting to go inside to Bolin, and that pass is tipped. Going to be stolen away by Juneman. Up the court to Lewandowski, and that's just long for her. As we see a couple of substitutions here actually a few for the Rangers. And in for the first time here tonight for the Dragons is number 10, Rhea Johnson, a freshman. Metling will bring it up the court for Pine City. Metling wanted to go to Klepper, but Orline was right there. Instead, she'll go to the far side, keep it herself. Trying to drive inside. Metling shot up, no good. And Orline will keep it alive for Juneman. Juneman up the court, guarded by Boland. She'll give it over now to Orline. Orline, top key three, good. She makes it look easy. She really does. 80-18. Boland has it at the Dragon logo. Wanted to start a play, but it was just guarded too well, so they'll restart, give it to Klepper now. Klepper, guarded by Juneman, didn't want to take the shot. Instead, she'll drive inside, off the mark, rebounded there by Orline. Triple-double, as I mentioned before, for Orline now. 80-18, Juneman, a college three is just off the mark, and it will be rebounded. Nice job there by Kate Unverzat. Boland will bring it up the court for Pine City. Right down Main Street, and then she'll give it off to Boland. Boland found a lane, driving inside. Shot is up and good. Brooke Boland, nice move to get around the defender. It's 80-20. And that pass going inside for Bartles is long, and it will be a turnover. Pine City will have it. Rhea Johnson will inbound here to Boland, and Boland brings it forward. Looks to Unverzan instead. Well, she'll take it left. Gives it off to Klepper. Klepper 1 and 3. Orline right there. Wanted to go to Metling. Spins back around. Gives it off to Johnson in that far side. Corner for three just off the mark. And Orline will get the rebound. Good looking shot though from Rhea Johnson. Then up the court. Juneman lays it in. Just got that roll. And it will be 82-20. Boland with it again. Gets a good screen. Gets two of them. Trying to find some open space, but man, Crosby just works around that screen really well. Boland picks up her dribble. Shot is up, no good, and Orline is there for the rebound. Boland trying to get the steal, but Orline keeps it away. Juneman now, she'll take it just outside the paint. Lays it in for two. 84-20, 12-20 to go here in the second half. Crosby on their way to a 100-point night. As Klepper has it on the far side, driving in the lane, puts up a shot, no good. But if anything, she draws the foul. Orline saying, hey, I had my hands up, and, well, depending on... well, they are going to say she got the foul. That's interesting. I mean, she did have her hands up, unless maybe it was... Yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, that will put Mallory Klepper at the line for two. First one is good. Paige Gray will check in for Brooke Boland. Klepper made her first. And that was going to come up short. It does hit the rim, so they won't have to rebound or inbound. Will the Rangers rebounded there, though, by Orline. A three is no good. Rebounded there by Millsop. And shot is up no good. Somehow rebounded there. I think Orline got it. Now we're going to get a whistle, and this one's going to go against Mallory Klepper. Her second, team's fourth. Orline will be at the line to shoot two. 11:54 to go in the second half. Dragons trail 84-21. Shot is up. No good by Orline. And massive substitutions here. Let's see. Anyone new? Let's see. 4, 3. Looks like just one, and that is going to be number 20. Which would be Kaylee Nixon. Orline's second one is good. So 1 of 2 there. So Nixon in for the first time here tonight for the Rangers. Pine City has it back on their offensive zone. Metling trying to force her way in. Spin move. Inside shot is no good. Rebounded by the newly subbed in Nixon. Hatchie gives it over to Orline. Hatchie in the paint. Shot is, no good. They're going to get Metling for the foul. And trying to read her lips, I think she said, "That's my bad." They're going to say that's on Metling, her third, team's fifth. Hatchie will shoot 2. First one's up and good. Massive sub here for Pine City. They'll get 3 in, 3 out. Boland, Reiser, and Ganote in for Klepper, Unverzant, and Metling. Hatchie's second one is good. 2 for 2 there for Hatchie. As coming the other way now, Boland, 87-21, Dragons trail. Boland finds a little bit of a lane, gives it back out to Reiser. Reiser pass nearly stolen away. She gives it to Rhea Johnson. Rhea Johnson's pass was tipped to Ganote, gives it back to Gray. Gray on the far side, and that ball was knocked out of her hands by Lewandowski, but it stays with the Dragons as it was last touched by the Rangers. 11:16 to go. Rhea Johnson on the far side for Pine City will get set to inbound. Wants to go to Boland, but Reiser's there. No, Boland finally comes open at the last second. Boland gets away from one, then has it knocked out of her hands. Rhea Johnson picks it up. Rhea Johnson, did she get fouled? I think they're going to get a foul on the Rangers. We're going to get that on Kaylee Nixon. Her first, team second. Rhea Johnson will again get set to inbound. Inbound here to Ganote. Give to Boland now. Boland on the near side, looking. Calls out the play, driving, spins back around. Trying to get around Orline, but nothing doing. Goes inside to Ganote, and that one was nearly taken by Lewandowski, but she stepped on the line and she got the ball, and it will stay with the Dragons. Gray will look to inbound. She'll get it here to Rhea Johnson. Rhea Johnson got the defender to miss. Shot no good. Kaylee Nixon will get the rebound. Good looking shot, though, from Rhea Johnson. That's 2 that she's unfortunately missed, but were good looks. Lewandowski, did just get that ball off before a travel call, and it will be tipped to Boland for the rebound. Boland, another nice spin move. Finds that lane on the outside. Fouled there by Hatchie. Hatchie, that'll be her first of the night. Team's third, but that will send Boland to the line for 2. Boland's first one, no good. Metling will come in for Rhea Johnson. Boland's second one, and not going to get the roll. It's a home rim. They should get the roll. Orline with the rebound. Quickly up the court. Hatchie did a good job. As she fell, she dribbled it, so not going to be a travel. And then Orline shot is no good. Rebounded by Boland. Boland trying to be aggressive and drive inside. Back outside. Metling a long 3. Just off the front of the rim. Just short, and Orline is going to come up with the rebound. Good looking shot, though. Lewandowski has it. She'll give it off to Hatchie. Inside. Left alone. Kaylee Nixon for 2. 89-21. Under 10 minutes to go here in half number 2. Really surprised that the Rangers haven't put in all backups at this point. Metling's pass is right into Orline's hands. She steals it, and she'll give it up the court to Nixon, but she had it dribble out of her hands, and she stepped on the baseline, and there they come. Oh, boy. Now is the tough part of getting all the players in. Okay, so we got 32. Actually, she's the only one that 32 is the only one that hasn't been out there. Sophia Strom. Got a couple more starters in there for the Rangers, but again, that just might be their roster too. So Ganot with it, trying to go inside to Klepper, and then a beautiful dish to Metling, just too strong on the shot. Nearly rebounded there by Bartles, but it was knocked out of bounds off the back of Reiser. So we'll go back to the Rangers. One of the starters that is in there is Juneman. Juneman will lob inside here to Sophia Strom. Just a little too long, and we'll go out of bounds. It will go back to the Dragons on a turnover. Boland will give here to Metling, now to Reiser. Reiser looking, she'll give it here to Boland. Boland on the near side. Back out to Reiser. Reiser thought about the 3, but the defender got there quickly. Now to Ganot. Ganot trying to drive inside. Back outside Klepper. Klepper finds a drive baseline. Gives it out here near side. Boland for 3. No good. Klepper right there for the rebound and in for 2. You know, Klepper, we saw it late last year. She was kind of taking over the role that Carly Jusak had held for, 3-4 years here. As that shot is no good, rebounded by Millsop. Shot is no good again. Boland there for the rebound. But Klepper was starting to take that role, and I had kind of mentioned it that I think she was going to have to step into those shoes, and we've seen a little bit here. As her pass there to Metling, as Metling's shot is going to be just off the mark, and rebounded by Sophia Strom. She'll give it over to Doucette. Haley Doucette will drive out the court, give it off near side to Juneman. Juneman guarded by Klepper. She'll give it off on the far side there to Bartles. Inside, and nearly stolen away by Klepper. It's still up for grabs. It will be Boland who will come up with the steal officially, and she'll hand it off to Ganot. Now back to Boland. Boland over to Klepper. Klepper, she clapped her hands. She wanted that one. She drives inside. Nice looking drive, but she gets fouled, and she'll go to the line and shoot 2. And is this one going to be on Strom? Yes. So Strom with her first foul, team's third, and Klepper at the line now for 2. Or the 4th team foul, rather, for Crosby-Ironton. Again, it's the first game for me, or second game for me, too, so just getting everything back into the swing of things. First one is up and good, and Kate Unverzant will check into the game now for Ganot. Brown in for Metling. And Klepper will line up for her second. And that was going to come up just short. Rebounded there by Doucette, and quickly up the court. Shot was blocked by Klepper, and then it's no good. Klepper with a block there. And it was rebounded by Strom, and then her shot was no good. And we'll get some more subs here. And here comes the, well, I guess not backups yet, because you still got Orline who checks back out there. Either way, we'll try and catch them up. 10 and I know I seen one more. What was that, 21? Well, we'll get you those names here. Klepper will give it off here to Unverzant on the near side. And wanted to go to Reiser. She was guarded well. Goes inside to Klepper. Klepper on Orline. Shot is up, no good. And rebound by Boland. Pass inside. Klepper goes up over everybody. Reverse shot, no good. Blocked there by Silgan. Taken away. Orline has it. I hesitate to see why she's in the game. Pass going inside to her. Klepper says absolutely not. Boland. Fast break opportunity. Drops it in for 2. Meanwhile, number 10 is Vanessa Rickmeyer for the Rangers. Shot the other way by Silgan is up and in for 2. Again, not real sure why the starters are in the game. You have plenty of depth to have the backups in right now. Really should be in, but especially Orline, you're risking what could, risking an injury having her in this late when the game is, in your favor as heavily as it is. Kate Unverzant for three, the other way for Pine City. It's no good. Couldn't get the roll. Still up for grabs, and the rebound there by Orline. Pass quickly up to, tried to get it to Vanessa Rickmeyer. It's no good. And Pine City will get it back. 21 for the Rangers is Levelyn Katzenberger. Or Kate Zinberger. Klepper has it. She goes to Gray on the near side. Now to Boland. Boland also in that near side corner. Boland trying to pull it down. She'll give it back outside Gray. Gray dribbles once, gives it to Brown. Brown along two. No good on the shot. Rebounded there by Silgan. Orline with it on the far side. And now over there to Rickmeyer. Inside. Pass was tipped, and Silgan will come up with it. Long two is good. 93-26. Paige Gray. Brings up the court, gets by one defender. Lost her dribble, gives it off to Boland. Boland inside, tried to get it to Brown, and that is just past Brown's hands. And now we'll finally have the starters permanently out for Crosby-Ironton. Rangers have it. We'll bring it up the court. All backups are in now. Doucette has it. Gives it off here to Bartles. Bartles on that far side. Goes inside to Strom. Strom, shot, no good. Tipped around, last touched out of bounds by the Dragons. Unverzant. Here comes Johnson and Ganote for Klepper and Boland. And just a frustrating night here for Pine City. Inbound here to Strom. Shot up, no good. Out of bounds again off of Pine City. 93-26. 3 minutes left here in the game. Inbound here to Strom once again. Almost stolen away by Pine City. Oh, now it is. That pass went right to Rhea Johnson. Johnson's pass here to Ganote. Long two. No good. And a rebound there by Doucette. Doucette shifts sides. She gives it off to Bartles, and that going to get her for a travel. Thought that shot looked just a little weird. Not real sure, but it is a travel. So Pine City will get it back. They'll have to switch sides of where they'll inbound. Rhea Johnson will get set. And inbound there to Paige Gray. Gray will bring it near side to Rhea Johnson. She goes inside to Kate Unverzant and shot up, no good, but they're going to get a foul here on Crosby-Ironton. I believe they'll call Bartles for that one. Her first. Team's fifth. First shot there by Kate Unverzant is no good. Again, clock has been running time here for the last little while as Unverzant shot is up and no good. Rebounded there by Doucette. Now here come the Rangers the other way. Shot up by Strom, no good. Rebound up for grabs. It's Rhea Johnson. She pushes it forward to Gray. Gray, fast break opportunity, drops it in for two. So Gray with her first points on the night. And the Rangers quickly up the court, though, and left alone at the basket is Bartles. That's unfortunate for Pine City, and now we'll hit a timeout, and we'll get a few more bench players in for the Rangers. Abigail Lentz, as well as Jalen Godfrey. 95-28. Gray will bring it up the court. Hands it off to Unverzant. Unverzant wanted to go to Brown instead. Goes inside. Rhea Johnson drops it in for two. The freshman gets her first points on the board on the evening. Under a minute now. Pass the other way, and Rangers have it. It is in the paint. Stolen away by Kate Unverzant. She'll get the steal. Give it off to Gray on that far side. Gray to Unverzant. Unverzant gives it to Ganote. Ganote Dribbles once past the defender. A long two is good. Read a good note for two. 95-30. Rangers again bring it. And this one nearly stolen away, but Rangers get it back. Pass, a long pass. It's going to be stolen away by Brown. Rachel Brown. Guarded well. Shot up, no good. And that's going to be rebounded there by Katzenberger. Shot from her is no good. And that will be it. So the final here in this one, the Dragons fall to the Rangers 95-32. We're going to get a commercial break. Stay tuned. After the game, we'll have our A&W Player of the Game we'll talk with. But first, a word from our fine sponsors here.
Whoa, they've got what you need at the Pine City Freeway
they've got what you need.
Station Store. Right now, the Pine City Holiday Station Store off 35 has got a quick meal on the go for you. $3 gets you a hot snack or hot dog, chips, and a Polar Pop. $4 for a breakfast sandwich, hash brown, and medium coffee. Or $5 gets you a personal pizza and a 20-ounce Pepsi. Get snacking. Open 24/7, 365. They've got what you need at the Freeway Holiday Station Store in Pine City.
Don't let deer derail your future. Pine Insurance Agency and Grinnell Mutual encourage you to practice safe driving, especially this time of the year. If you see a deer on the road, slow down, stay calm, and don't swerve to avoid it. Find more driving tips at GrinnellMutual.com. We are dedicated to your safety, so you can trust in tomorrow. Contact Pine Insurance Agency, your local Grinnell Mutual agent at pineagency.us today for all your insurance needs. Trust in tomorrow is a registered trademark of Grinnell Mutual Reassurance Company.
A&W Restaurant Pine City is still making fresh root beer, that signature item since 1919. It's still made fresh and on-site with real cane sugar and a blend of secret ingredients. It doesn't get any better than this. Their world-renowned A&W root beer is a classic treat, and they can top it off with creamy vanilla soft serve to be known as the famous A&W root beer float. Now that's smooth, tasty, and refreshing. An American iconic A&W root beer float. It never tasted so good. A&W Restaurant Pine City. Come grab your root beer float today.
The Arrowhead Ice Fishing and Winter Show, presented by Eskimo and Ion, returns December 13th through 15th.
Join us for a fantastic family adventure.
The crowd favorite Sea Lion Splash offers multiple thrilling performances each day.
Try your luck at catching a trout in our frozen basin for prizes.
Learn fishing secrets from pros at the Icebox.
Along with cooking demos from Field and Flame.
If there's too much to see,
come back a second day for free.
Come for the deals.
Stay for the fun.
December 13th through 15th at the Deck in Duluth.
ArrowheadIceShow.com.
Whoa, they've got what you need at the Pine City Freeway Holiday Station Store. Right now, load up on deals like Red Bull 8.4-ounce cans, 3 for $6.50. Frito-Lay varieties, buy one, get one free. Buy a fountain drink and get a Reese's King-Size candy bar for $2. And fill your propane tanks for $3.99 a gallon to get ready for hunting and frying that turkey. Open 24/7, 365. They've got what you need at the Freeway Holiday Station Store in Pine City.
Hey there, neighbors. Matt Winsand, CEO Burnett Dairy. Farmers are the people that wake up before the sun, who battle the elements, and tend to their crops and herds with a passion that runs deep in their veins. At this time, I would personally like to thank the farmers. From all of us at Burnett Dairy Cooperative to all of our incredible farmers, thank you. Burnett Dairy Cooperative. Real farms, real flavor. Farms, real flavor.
Back here on WCMP. The final here in this one, the Rangers defeat our Pine City Dragons 95-32. The Dragons will fall in their first game. But again, for me, I thought the Dragons had improved there late in that first half and then came out a little bit slow there in the second half. And unfortunately, you're just playing a really good team. And Crosby-Ironton, obviously one of the favorites to go back to state to win their section and one of the top three in the conference as well now. But for Pine City, I think, again, it was just about, playing your game, tweaking some things, and especially in the second half, more than likely the comeback wasn't going to happen. We've seen crazier things, but more than likely that wasn't going to happen. So I think for them, should come out a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more, play with more confidence. But unfortunately, Crosby-Ironton just kept the pressure up all game long, and Pine City was just not able to work around that. But as I mentioned before, the thing with mistakes and the thing about, going back and looking at games is you can only get better. So for Pine City, this will be a learning experience for them because, again, these are the type of teams you're going to play in the playoffs and at state. So if they want to find themselves back there, they're going to have to. They'll definitely learn and pull from this game so that they can go back and learn and then try and get into the state tournament. Because, again, you've got teams like Albany, Sox Center. There's even more that I just can't think of right now, but you've got all those teams, Spectrum even, Big Lake, not Big Lake, what is it, Kimball? I think it's Kimball is in there as well. So you've got a lot of tough teams in your section, and again, they're going to be just like this, including Malacca, Holdingford, Melrose, those are the other ones, Osakis, all those ones over by St. Cloud. Those are the teams that you're going to be playing here in this section playoffs. But those are our ways away, and we get to learn more about this team as we go forward. Taking a look at, looks like we'll get our player of the game here shortly, as we'll be joined by Piper Metling, our A&W player of the game. Give her a second to catch her breath here, as we'll be joined shortly in just a moment by our A&W player of the game. That is Piper Metling. First of all, Piper, congratulations on being back for your first game of the season. So obviously a tough team in Crosby-Ironton, but what are some of the things that you guys were able to learn from this game?
We definitely learned that we need to focus on ourselves and have the ability to calm down, relax, trust each other, and make some good passes.
And it seemed like once you guys got the shooting in, once that first basket got in, it seemed like things started to calm down for you guys. In the second half, the end of the first half was really good. What was the message to you guys at the end of that first half going into second?
We just got to calm down and play like how we usually do. Obviously, they're a very skilled team, but we want to go out there and want to do our best. So that's what Judd preached.
And a little frustration there at the end of the half there. It looked like things got a little bit chippy, but we won't go into that. But how did it feel to be back on the court? I know you had that knee injury. So how's the knee feeling? How are you feeling?
It feels amazing. That's what I've been working for the past 9 months, just getting back. I just wanted to get through my first game. It was great to be out there. I just wanted to play the entire time. So it was great to finally do it with clearance. So
Absolutely, and you led the team here with 13 points. You got those threes going early on. How did it feel to hit that first one, though?
Well, I wasn't making them during warm-up. So when I made that first one, I was like, okay, because the first couple didn't go in either. So I was pretty glad that one finally went in.
For sure. Well, again, congratulations on being back here for this year. Hope
you
you have a good rest of your season, and thanks so much for joining me in the postgame.
Thank you.
That, again, our A&W player of the game, Piper Metling, and we'll shift on over to the head coach, Patrick Judd. And Judd, obviously a talented team here you're playing, but what are some of the things that, again, you can take away and learn from this game?
Well, I think the big thing we got to take away is that we can't play to the speed of what they're doing. It was basically we threw the ball right to them and let them fast break, which was going into the game a big thing that we didn't want to do. So we knew they were going to push the ball right back at us, and I think the speed of the game was just a little bit more than what they were expecting for our players at that point in time. But I think the big thing that we've been preaching all year is that we're going to have tough games at times, and we have to not be afraid of who we're playing, and we also have to be willing to take chances when we see opportunities and not hesitate. And we hesitate a lot tonight. So.
And obviously the first game, but as the game went along, especially in that first half, it seemed like things started to go a little bit more your way. Is that more of the confidence growing in the team, or just the offense and the defense started to kind of come together?
I think once they settled down a little bit and realized that what they were trying to do and what we were trying to tell them they were doing in the first half, once they figured that out, they saw the shots they were going to get. And yeah, we had to hit shots too. I mean, we had I'm going to say the first half wasn't as bad as what they think. It was not great, but it could have been a lot better if we just look at, hey, we had shots, we just rushed them, So it's a young group. I mean, we had a couple girls that were starting for the very first time. We have only about 3 girls that have had significant playing time at the varsity level that were here tonight. So it's definitely going to change as we get going throughout the season. They'll get more comfortable, and it'll be better basketball.
Absolutely. And speaking on some of those younger players, one of them, Ganot, getting the start here tonight. What did you think about some of those younger players who got in here tonight and their performance?
I think considering that we're playing against one of the top teams in the state and one of, if not the top player in the state, they handled it pretty well for their first game. I mean, we literally threw them to the wolves tonight, and they know it. And I got to say, the one thing I was happy about with, for example, Retta Ganot is she played pretty pretty good defense for who she was playing against. She was not afraid to try to take chances, and she got schooled a few times, but you know what? It's just going to make her a better player. And some of those younger kids, like we had an 8th grader coming off the bench that is playing significant minutes. It's fun to see what the future is going to possibly hold too. So, you know, we're living in the moment, but we know we got a pretty good, strong future coming up.
Absolutely, and confidence so important in games like these, whether it's shooting, defense. It looked like that confidence was growing throughout the game. And how do you make sure that confidence is something you can start off a game with?
Well, that's what we talked about at the end of in the locker room was just, you know, hey, it stings getting beat by as much as we did, but, you know, we saw a lot of good things down the stretch. We pointed out some of those great cuts that we had, great passes, good finishes. So, I mean, they're starting to understand they have to read the defense more than what they used to in the past, and that's exciting to see that they're figuring it out already in one game. So
absolutely, and you know the defense obviously gave up a few points, but it looked like that defense, you know, no matter what, was still there. They were still getting after it. They were still trying to be in the players' faces, and they even got some rebounds. That's got to be encouraging for you going forward.
Yeah, like I said, they played against a team that was very physical, and we tried to match their physicality with people that are maybe not as strong, and we held our own for the most part. And that's one thing I'm not going to ever doubt on my team, is that we always play with heart no matter what, and their efforts are going to pay off sometime down the stretch here. We're going to beat it. We're going to surprise a team this year that was not expecting us to play as well as we're going to. So I have faith in this team. I love this team. They're going to figure it out.
It's going to be exciting to see them grow throughout the season, Coach, and I appreciate you joining me, and good luck on the rest of the season.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Go Dragons. That,
again, is Patrick Judd, the head coach for the Pine City girls basketball team. I want to thank him for joining me here on the post game. Of course, our player of the game, Piper Metling. She, again, coming back from a knee injury. You heard her. She was talking about it. She's been planning. She's been working 9 months just to get to this point, and she's finally able to do it. You heard her without any hesitation, with clearance too, and you could tell she was really happy to be back, and we're happy for her too, because I mean, a knee injury like that is it's not fun, and you hate to see it for any player. But for her to be able to come back, play in a game like she did, lead the team with 13 points as a senior, it's got to feel good. So we appreciate both of them joining us here in the postgame. We'll finish up here. Leading the way, as I mentioned, was Piper Metling, 13 points. She only got one rebound, but she had some really good rebounders around her. She also got 3 steals on the night. She was 1 of 2 from the free throw line. And then following her was Mallory Klepper with 8 points. She had 6 rebounds, 1 steal, 1 block, and was, let's count it up, 4 of 6 from the free throw line. Then behind her was Brooke Boland with 5 points, 8 rebounds for her, a block, and she was 1 of 4 from the free throw line. Then a couple of players with, a couple with 2, Paige Gray, Rediga Note, and Rhea Johnson. Those players had a couple of points as well. So again, for Pine City, it's a stepping stone. It's growing. There are going to be growing pains this year because of the inexperience at some of their positions, the lack of playing time that some of these girls have had in the past, and the varsity experience. So that will be something that is a factor. But like head coach Patrick Judd said, we can only get better. They're going to grow. They're going to surprise some teams, and I fully believe that. And I'm excited to see where this team can go and which teams they'll be upsetting, because there's going to be a couple this season. But again, the final on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard, Dragons fall to Crosby-Ironton 95-32. I want to thank you all for tuning in. Thanks to all the fine sponsors. Of course, remember to pay attention to our morning shows over on 95.5 FM with Rock and Robin Riley on KBEK at 7:30 and 8:30. Then over on 100.9 FM with Josh Ramirez at 7:45 and 8:45 for your local sports update. We'll talk this game and other games going on in our local listening area, plus some regional and national sports. Also, stay tuned to our website at WCMPradio.com or KBK.com for your game recaps. We'll do articles from games that we've been at, especially interviews from coaches and players, and as well as the broadcast schedule that is up on each of the websites. And then you can find it at the sports tab and click on broadcast schedule. That's where that will be at. So be sure to check that out as well. Of course, that is subject to change because some things happen. It is life. Things change, and people have things that come up, or sicknesses, illnesses, or just other work. We appreciate the other guys who broadcast for us, both Adam Hefty and Andy Beckstrom. They do a great job. I want to give them a shout out. But be sure to stay tuned to all of our social medias, both of our Facebook pages, both of our Instagrams, our Twitter at WCMP Radio for all things local sports. Of course, keep you up to date on everything happening this season around there. Once again, I want to thank you for tuning in. Thanks so much. Appreciate it. Appreciate you all tuning in. It is nice when we get people to tune in. Of course, if you don't tune in, I don't have a job to do. So I appreciate y'all for tuning in and keeping my job safe and alive. Thanks to all the fine sponsors. If they don't sponsor us, well, we don't get to come out here and call these games. So it's a combined effort from you and our sponsors. Again, the final here in this one, the Dragons fall to Crosby-Ironton 95-32. Remember to be kind to everyone. You never know what someone is going through, and your kindness could truly make their day. For WCMP, I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman. Have a great rest of your night.